What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the day. Here are the performances of some of our VIP and free plays that I sent out yesterday. I'll start on the left side of the screen because these are some of the hits we had. We had a League of Legends 2-man that I sent out. This hit for us, pretty close right here, but this did end up hitting for us to go 3x. And then we also cashed out this protected play. This was actually 3.3x because if you guys don't know, any WNBA people with this little American flag, these are the people going to the Olympics, and they actually give a extra 10% payout to us, so that's really cool. So we ended up turning 25 into $82. If you guys don't know, if you played at least $10 on Tuesday, which all of you should have done because it was Taco Tuesday, so all you had to do was play $10 of Prize Picks on Tuesday, then we're getting a protected promo. We got one yesterday on the 19th. We're getting one tomorrow on the 21st, and then we'll also get one on the 23rd. So you guys should get a lot of protected plays in the next coming days, but I did play mine, and I sent this out to the VIP, and we did end up hitting this. We've been doing really well on Pitcher Fantasy Score recently. Pitcher Fantasy Score, it seems like it is always way too high on Prize Picks for some reason. In today's video, I do have a lot of MLB plays. I have 2 MLB plays, and then I have I have 1 MLB play on Prize Picks, and then another MLB play and Call of Duty correlated entry on Prize Picks too. So 2 Prize Picks plays for you guys. On Sleeper yesterday, went ahead and cashed one of these. I sent this out to my free winnable, and we cashed one here, $10 to win $34, and then this one did not end up hitting for us. But I always say this with these sleeper promos that happen on Wednesdays and Sundays, all we need to do is hit 1 and 2 of these. So as long as we hit one of them, we're golden because we're spending $20 pretty much to win $34. So, $14.80 in the green. Sometimes we hit 2 of 2. Sometimes we go 0 for 2. Sometimes that happens. But as long as you're playing these promos week after week after week, I guarantee you will be profitable on Sleeper because their promos are really, really good. Going into some of the losses, really close loss here on Closer. He ended up getting 7 kills and we needed him to get 6 or less. Another really close one for these like 10-man correlations, which have been happening recently, especially with League of Legends. And then the protected entry, we also did not hit, unfortunately. I want to hit these just as bad as you guys want to hit these. And I will say that I watched the game, and going into map 2, it was really going our way. I say this all the time, but with League of Legends, if one team is dominating the other team, then they're going to get a lot of kills. And if the other team is not doing very well, they're not going to get many kills. So EST, the first game, they dominated the game. Snaker ended up getting 8 kills the first game. Beanie ended up getting 1 kill the first game. So we were well on track going into map 2. But LEV pulled off a pretty insane upset because EST was a heavy favorite in this game. And then Beanie ended up getting 8 kills in that game that they won, and Snaker only got 2 kills. So you can see it's very correlated, right? When one team wins the game, they're going to get a ton of kills. When one team loses the game, they're not going to get many kills, especially for their bot laners, because these are kind of the carries of the team, right? They're kind of the star players, so to speak, of the team, and they're going to get a lot of kills and fed a lot of kills. So that is why I ultimately took Snaker to go more, because his team was heavily favored to win both games. They got upset in game 2, and then it ended up flipping the other way, right? So unfortunate there. I have got some comments of like, hey, I take the opposite of what he took, right? And at the end of the day, that might be like a jab at me of like, oh, I'm taking the opposite of what you do. But that is honestly viable, because again, it is correlated, and a lot of times we're either going to go 0 of 2 or 2 of 2, right? It's the same thing that happens in Counter-Strike or Valorant that we do with the correlation, right? A lot of times it either goes less and less or more and more. If you're a follower of this channel, you do know what I'm talking about. I talked a little bit about my free play that I sent out on Sleeper. This is how you get access to that. I also have a VIP plan where you can get access to 7, 8, 9 sometimes plays every single day. I do a lot of eSports. I do a lot of traditional sports. Even though NBA is now gone, we're still doing WNBA, we're still doing MLB, NHL while it's still around, and then going to hit football really hard when NFL comes around with NFL correlation, which a lot of you guys haven't even been around during NFL season, because NFL correlation is really good. But I do a lot of League of Legends, Counter-Strike, Valorant, and do their correlation as well. Not a lot of Counter-Strike recently. I think they're maybe taking a break for a couple of days and then going to boot back up maybe like on Sunday or something like that, from what I've been seeing. Let's go ahead and hop into the first play of the day. I do have Shohei Ohtani to go less than 12 hitter fantasy score, and I got Seth Lugo to go less than 34.5 pitcher fantasy score. I found this on Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I found these slips on their app. All right, you guys, so we are on the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. I'm going to go ahead and click refresh just so we have the most up-to-date lines and stuff like that. You can see I'm also on the PrizePicks tab right here. And this is an optimizer I use a lot for these more traditional sports like MLB, NBA, WNBA, stuff like that. But you can also see that they have some eSports and stuff like that. But I am going to take Seth Lugo to go under pitcher fantasy score. You can see it is at 34.5 on PrizePicks, and on DraftKings, on Caesar Sportsbook, and then on, I believe this is Bovada right here. They have his line a lot lower. They have it more like 32 or 31. So we are going to go ahead and go on PrizePicks and take this at 34.5 and take the under. You can see that this optimizer makes it really, really easy to find plays, right? It's just telling me take the under. It's saying that we have a 0.74% chance of hitting this play. Also, Shohei Ohtani is down here. When I took the play, it was in the green, so I think it got bumped down to the orange just because some of the lines might have changed. But you can see that on DraftKings and on BetMGM, the line is at 11.6 and also 11.6 right here. So we're going to take him at under 12.5. A really high line. I know it's Ohtani. I know he's a really great player, but this optimizer is saying that this is too high for him. You can see that this is actually a 53.56% chance of hitting. Again, you guys, you can come in here, really easily see the best lines to take and the odds to hit and stuff like that. And it's constantly going to be updating and refreshing. There's no plays right now just because it's just been a couple, maybe like a minute, but you can constantly come on here and keep refreshing the plays and stuff like that. But yeah, you guys, Seth Lugo and Shohei Ohtani are the plays that I'm taking for the first play of the day. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and give you guys the second PrizePicks play of the day. This is going to be a Call of Duty correlated slip. We do have the player Kleenex on Toronto, and then we got Dazera on Atlanta. They are playing each other at 3:30 p.m. tomorrow. We're going to take them less maps 1 to 3 kills, less maps 1 to 3 kills. And make sure as you're putting this in that you have less maps 1 to 3, because if you don't do that, then it's going to be like there's like map 1, map 2, map 3, but make sure it is all the maps in its entirety. The reason why this is correlated is because it is based off a map size, okay? So if larger maps are being played in Call of Duty, then the larger the map is, the less kills that are going to happen, and the smaller the map is, the more kills are going to happen, right? So if you've ever played Call of Duty or you think about it, if it is a smaller map, much more interactions are going to happen, meaning much more kills are going to happen, right? Because you're going to see more people because everyone's going to be clustered together, running around, finding people all the time. If it's a larger map, there's going to be a lot more surface area and a lot less likely that you're going to find people and run into people all the time. So we are hoping for larger maps to be played, and if larger maps are going to be played, then both of these players would have the benefit of larger maps, and less kills would happen in those larger maps, right? So we're always trying to find, like, if one thing happens, then it's going to benefit both players. So in League of Legends, we think about if one team blows the other team out of the water, it's going to benefit both sides of the line. In Counter-Strike or Valorant, if the game goes longer or shorter, it's going to benefit both players to go either less or less or more. And in Call of Duty, if a larger map's going to be played, it's going to mean less kills. And if a smaller map's going to be played in these maps, then that's going to mean more kills. So hopefully that makes sense with the correlation. I know it's a little bit unorthodox, but it does really, really work. And some of the best PrizePicks bettors, out there, they do a lot of Call of Duty correlation as well. So I know it works. I send it out a lot to my VIP, so I know it works as well. I take it all the time. So definitely make sure to lock this in. I also forgot to do the code for the day, so the code is going to be play129. Again, this code can be used one time by one person, so congrats if you were lucky enough to get this code in for the day. Again, you can go to my VIP and then sign up right here in this little promo code box, and the code will be used right here and discount your first month in its entirety, but it can only be used one time, so make sure you get here quick enough. And if you're not quick enough, make sure to turn on post notifications so you can get here quick enough tomorrow. As always, sign up for Better Sleeper Chalkboard, and you can deposit at least $10 into any of these and then send me a screenshot of proof that you did that, and I will get you guys into my VIP. No questions asked. All the information will be in the descriptions. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in tomorrow's video.